Welcome to the Popcorn Clash.
When the only thing poppin'
is our topics
and our snacks.
And today, guys, we're going to be talking about
aliens.
UFOs.
Yes, sir. It's a very extensive topic, I think. So, there's just too many stuff to talk about.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Wait, can we start with do you believe that there are aliens out there?
Okay, let's say, Eddie, do you believe in UFOs?
Yes.
Christina, do you believe in UFOs?
I think so, yeah.
Crystal, do you believe in UFOs?
Heck yeah, there's like life out there other than us, I'm pretty sure.
Blue people.
What'd you say?
Blue people.
Blue people.
And
Are they blue or are they green?
they are all colors.
All different colors. Well, in reality, I know that there's been some sightings and they capture stuff supposedly that they say in the like in Roswell. What was it? I know that you had a personal experience not too long ago with UFOs, right?
Yeah, it was what was it, like spring? You said, Eddie?
Yeah, I think so.
Like in the spring, I was outside with Chase, our dog, and it was like around 9 p.m. I want to say maybe 10 when I looked up into the sky and I saw like a whole bunch of little dots that they look like how stars look, like very faint, but they were bright, like white dots, and they were going vertically, like back to back to back to back, and they were not airplanes because they were way too close to each other. And I saw them outside and I tried recording it, but you can't see anything on like an iPhone camera. And then that's when I went inside and I grabbed you guys to go witness.
Yeah, I remember you scared me. Mom, something is outside.
Yeah, I didn't know what to say, so I'm just like, just come outside, come outside.
Something in, if you don't see it, you're not gonna believe me or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, and I'm glad that once we got out there, it was just, it kept like showing, or I don't even know how to explain it because I still can't believe that I saw that. But I'm just like glad that you guys were able to like also witness like.
I do remember that the lights were lined up like in some kind of a line.
Yeah.
But the spacing between each light was so perfect. Like
and fast.
They were
moving was so fast.
Yeah, they were moving pretty fast, but the spacing was perfect. It was like if they were like
army
and
kind
very,
of.
very, very synchronized.
Yeah.
Right? Eddie, did you see it?
No.
Where were you?
I was playing on my PS4.
The one time that he regrets
The
playing.
one time.
But yeah, I definitely believe in UFOs. I don't know what that was. Like I told my sister about it, and she said like, no, that's probably like government or crafts, or I don't know, satellites or something. But I'm just like, I don't know. That was pretty crazy.
And it disappeared like in a minute, like in a second.
Yeah.
Like I tried to record it and I couldn't record it.
You couldn't record it on the iPhone camera, no.
Well, there is people that have seen a lot of stuff, and if you go into the internet, if you go into YouTube, you will see a lot of videos, but a lot of them are fake.
Yeah.
But there is videos that are 100% legit. Not too long ago, the government accepted that there was some sightings, right?
Yeah, in June earlier this year, I believe. They released some footage of like a U.S. Navy aircraft caught something in its camera dashboard or something like that, and you could see that the pilot was calling out to that aircraft, and you couldn't see it in his radar.
Oh wow!
Yeah, in the U.S.
Well, according to historical reports, in the database there is a record of 80,000 sightings, UFO sightings between 1910 and 2014. I'm pretty sure that there's going to be more now.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Now that the government has like kind of like accepted it.
Right. So I'm looking at this map that I wish I could share with everybody, and I will once we get our cameras and everything, but I have a map where you could actually see how many sightings there's been in the whole U.S. I will take a screenshot of this map and post it on YouTube, at least so people could see what I'm talking about. And I'll leave the link on the comments so they could see where to go. But there is a lot of sightings.
Actually, I actually searched up like the top sightings, the top state with the most sightings, and it was actually California with over 10,000 sightings, and that's only the sightings that are reported. Like mine, like I didn't report it because I didn't know what it was. So imagine like all the other people that like have seen something, but they're like in denial of like, or don't know what it is. Cause me, I never reported. So there's like way more than just that 80,000 reports.
Well, I have this report from the history channel, from the history.com, and it tells me a lot of sightings that they have, like maybe important sightings, like for example Roswell, Area 51, and others that are very, very interesting. You know, we could probably mention a few here and there. Talk a little bit about it, about the years when it happened. For example, the Roswell sighting was in 1947.
1947.
1947.
Wow.
Yep.
Where is Roswell?
Roswell is...
That's New Mexico.
That's in New Mexico, Eddie.
Yeah. And Eddie, do you have anything to share?
Yeah, actually, one of the very first UFO sightings was UFO sightings in America was back in the 1639.
1639.
Yeah, back in Charlestown when the colonies were barely existing. There were 3 people in a boat and they saw a bright light go. Phew.
Oh, wow. And yeah, obviously that had to be UFOs because back then their source of travel was a boat.
Yeah.
So imagine seeing, oh my God, imagine like back then, like the 1600s, you see something like flying in the sky, something bright. Like back then they probably thought that was like a shooting star or something.
Yeah, and there were only 3 people that witnessed it, so they were
Wow.
probably like, they told everyone else, they're like, nah, you're crazy.
Oh my God, that like us in our backyard.
Yeah.
It was me and my mom and dad. Like,
Well, you know what? Talking about that, there has been some supposedly extraterrestrial abductions.
oh,
So imagine that we were in the backyard and those ships or spaceships or UFOs would have came down. There goes la mama, there goes la papa, and there goes la hermana, the sister. And Eddie would have came
What
out
about
of
Eddie?
oh my God.
Eddie would have came out of his room and he's like,
Imagine.
where'd he go?
Oh,
Where's
yeah.
everybody?
I'm just left home alone with the dogs.
Oh no. Oh
Imagine
my
that,
God.
Eddie.
Just
Like
with my
this
iPad.
movie, the World of the End of the World.
Oh, War of the Worlds.
Eddie, we would have been gone like for 20 years, and then we would have came back, and Eddie, we would just gone like for 2 minutes.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
That's scary.
It is scary.
It is.
It's
Yep.
wow.
Well, what did I have done with the house? How would I pay for it? You didn't leave any of your stuff behind.
Well, you would have called the 1-800 hotline, alien hotline, and hey, I need my dad to send me some money.
Quick break.
A quick pay. Send me a quick pay.
Oh no. But isn't that crazy? Alien abductions?
It is, and you know there is a lot of stories about that too. Actually, before it was 1996 when they came out with Independence Day.
Yeah.
It's that movie.
1996.
It was a movie Independence Day when they came out with it, right? In that movie, actually, it kind of showed Area 51, right? And it showed how we think the aliens look. I mean, I have no idea how they look. I mean, just whatever they show on TV, but that's not 100% accurate. But it is very, very interesting on how they could communicate by just looking at you.
Yeah.
Like,
telepathically.
Yeah, exactly. So it's it's very, very, very interesting to look into this. And honestly, the only reason why we decided to go with this topic is because our daughter, Alexis, your sister,
The firstborn.
the firstborn, she has a lot to talk about alien sightings and the world is flat.
A lot of conspiracy
A
theories.
lot of conspiracy theories. So that's why we decided to talk about this, because we wanted to call her, bring her into the podcast and see what she has to say. So let me try to get a hold of her. Let's see. I'm going to dial now.
Let's see if she answers.
Hopefully
She's a
never-
busy girl, which is why she's not part of this podcast.
Or she just take naps.
E.T. Go Home. Remember that movie?
Alexis, how you doing? We're calling you from the Popcorn Clash.
Hello, Alexis.
Hi.
Oh, hello. Did I win a prize?
Awkward. No.
You won a house.
No, she didn't.
Oh.
Stop spreading
You-
lies.
You won the right to talk in the show.
Lovely.
Okay, Alexis.
Never go
So,
wrong.
well, just to let everybody know, we were talking about Alexis. Alexis is our oldest daughter. She is not with us at the moment. That's why we're calling her. But she has a lot of conspiracy theories that she would like to share with us. And Alexis, today we were talking about UFOs and aliens. What do you think?
Well, there was a point in time where I didn't even believe in aliens, but I just liked how they looked.
You like how they looked.
How did they look?
Like
You've
I
seen
don't know,
them?
like no, like the like the alien emoji.
So the ones with the big head and eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they were. I thought they looked cool, and I was like, I don't even believe in aliens. And then out of nowhere, we were stuck in quarantine, and I started doing more digging, and then I was like, wow, like aliens are real. Like they have to be real. Like they're real, and
Mhm.
now I believe they're real. And didn't you see an alien? Or no, was that Crystal?
That was Crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about my experience and what I saw and how, like, even before that happened, like I believed in aliens. I believed in like creatures other than us living in this universe, you know? And that just proved it even more, I guess.
Well, think about it. If you really think about it, let's for example in Mexico. I mean, how in the world did people from the past build those huge pyramids? There was no way they did it by themselves because there was
have technology
no technology.
or the mechanics.
There was no equipment. There was no machinery, and those pyramids are perfect.
And they're huge.
The same thing with the ones in Egypt.
Egypt,
Egypt.
yeah.
They're perfect. It's like if an engineer or an architect actually designed them and built them.
Because there were.
But
No.
do you know how tall they are? Can you actually search that up? Like how tall the pyramid in Egypt is?
Not even that. How heavy? One
Yeah,
of those
how heavy
stones
that
must
is.
be.
Oh, how would they pick it up?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the
like,
machinery.
like back then, how did they like build that stuff? You know?
So
Yeah, many believe they had help from the extraterrestrial world.
well, from somebody, because even the stones were carved perfectly,
Yeah.
like exact, right on point. I mean, it's just hard to believe that
There isn't
That-
aliens.
years and years and years back they had some kind of a technology for them to come up with those designs. Now, have you ever seen those? What's that one place where they have those rocks and those two rocks and that big huge rock on top?
Which one are you talking about?
Oh, the famous national rock, or what, the presidents or something like that? That one?
No.
Oh,
No, that one
That's
was
Mount Rushmore.
that one was
Oh,
carved. No,
that
not that one. No, not
that one was carved by
Wait, what
humans.
was the question again?
So there was this park where they have huge stones. Actually, if you look into the computers, there's some screensavers on that. I just don't remember the name of it.
Is it the one with the
Is
faces?
it in the U.S.?
I only remember the one with the faces. There's like, what are they called? Oh my God, what are they called?
Well, the thing is
stone
that
heads.
the thing is that those rocks, they're huge, and they like stand them up, and then they put the huge rock on top of it. So
Kind of like a door.
yeah, kind of like a frame. And back in the days, there was no way they were gonna be able to do that.
Yeah.
So how did they do it?
Yeah, imagine like how heavy those rocks are.
Yeah, so that's why we think that aliens come from, or extraterrestrials come
Have
from
been around for like
for
years,
and years,
centuries,
Yep.
maybe.
And I'm thinking, I also think that, you know how our technology got better and better and better from back then to now. I think that their technology is getting even better. Because
Well, yeah, if back then they had like UFOs before we even like Eddie said, the first UFO sighting was in like the 1600s when they were barely coming to America here. Like back then, they aliens had technology to create UFOs. Imagine what they have now.
yes, because
Nah, I bet aliens are just like eons ahead of our time.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
they say aliens were here before us.
the sighting in Area 51 happened in 1955.
Yeah.
That was when it was the CIA was doing some kind of a experiment with the planes, I think, and they caught it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, didn't recently this year the government released forms or saying on their website that they have seen, like they do believe aliens are real, or that no, they have seen aliens and that they are real.
Yeah, they accept
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
Now there's the question of the $1 million, the aliens when they come here to Earth, because I was telling everybody that there's been like 80,000 sightings, UFO sightings here in the only in the U.S., not including the world, only in the U.S. So what do they come for? I mean, do they come in and spy on us, or they come in to see if Eddie's tasty for food, or
Nah.
I feel like they're just curious.
well, I mean, just
You-
think about it. Our planet has a lot of water.
You want to hear?
That is true.
You want to hear my two theories?
Okay.
Theory one, the most obvious one, that people most likely think of majority of the time, but it's I don't think so. But this is theory one.
What is it?
Okay.
They come over here to find our weaknesses to destroy us. But I don't think that's true.
Okay.
So that's why I have two theories.
What's
Okay,
theory
Eddie,
two?
I think you were watching World the Worlds or something.
Right? War
No,
of the Worlds.
no.
Trying to scare
There
us.
is different kinds of aliens. There's
Yeah.
like different
It
species of
depends.
aliens.
Mhm.
There's
I agree.
aliens that want to help us. There's aliens that want to like destroy us. There's aliens that want to like that work with our government. There's so many aliens. There's so many species out there. It's
Or-
not just
or
one
like my
kind.
dad
And
said-
and each one looks different.
Yeah. Or like my dad said, like we have the most water here on Earth. So like 95% of Earth is all water. So maybe they do want like, water, or
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe they're trying
like our
to
resources.
yeah, maybe they're trying to take some of our resources, or maybe they're like I don't know, they're trying to like figure out like our planet, like just studying our planet.
Like they're curious.
Yeah.
Or maybe the aliens are just walking right next to you in the street, and you don't even
Yeah,
know.
Yeah.
that's true. There's aliens that are
They be
considered
with us.
shapeshifters.
The ones that cloak
Shapeshifters.
themselves, yeah.
Yeah, like for example, I mean, I know that there's smart people out there, right? But how in the world do you come up with all this stuff? Like everything, like all these inventions that they do. Like for example, the technology of that we're using now, like this microphone, the mixer, the smart TVs, internet, and all that. Who invented all that? Was it
Smart people.
was it a human?
Smart people.
Was it a human or
Right?
was
We don't know if it was a human. What if it was like a bot and like,
yeah? Well,
you know, or like somebody that was an alien and they're just like, oh, yeah, you know, and then it just carried on, and then because people stopped asking questions until people are like, wait, who did come up with this? Because those are questions that nobody really asked because
Mm-hmm.
it's useful to them.
exactly. Like for example, the iPhone 13 is it?
iPhone 13 coming out.
I mean,
yeah.
nobody's asking who invented it. They just want to know when it's coming out.
Or like how it has 3 cameras attached to a little tiny phone.
Yeah. So
Yeah. They're
Maybe
just
the
like, what?
workers are aliens.
yeah. So
It could be.
it could be. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. It could be. But anyways, Alexis, the other reason why we call you is because I know that you have a lot of conspiracies with the Earth being flat, and that kind of makes me think that that's kind of extraterrestrial too.
Oh my god.
It is. I mean, there's like a huge conspiracy that right now that the government is gonna fake an alien invasion as a distraction. Distraction from what? I don't know from what, but it's coming.
Hint, hint.
And-
Maybe that's why they accepted that there's aliens earlier this year.
Yeah, exactly. So when it does happen, people aren't as freaked out. Like it doesn't cause like mad chaos, but like people are still like,
Focused on that.
yeah, because like, you know, they know it's real, but it's gonna be like a lot of people say that it's gonna be fake. Like if the whole alien invasion, when it does happen, it's gonna be technology that the government has, and it's gonna like that they're gonna release, not actual like aliens coming in and everything. So it's a conspiracy. I don't know when or where, but that's what they say.
Wow, I've never heard that one before.
They're gonna be like, "Who are you? I'm the mother."
Oh my god. For those of you that don't know, that's a reference to the movie Blast from the Past.
That's a very, very good movie. I
It's a
totally
very
recommend
good,
it.
funny movie.
But yeah, the Earth is flat. I believe it is.
The Earth is flat. So if the Earth is flat, I mean, when it spins, wouldn't it like drop all the water?
When it drop on the water.
Like when it turns?
And if it's flat, if it's actually flat, does that mean if like, you know, if we were to run into another planet and we were to like, you know, like tilt, would we all tilt?
We all tilt.
Yeah,
What?
like-
Well, we have gravity.
It's hard. I don't know. It's hard to believe that we're all held together by gravity. Like what? Like all the water, everything. We're all supposedly in a sphere floating in outer space. Like what?
I don't know. I believe it.
It's hard to believe.
You believe
It
what?
makes more sense if we were like flat.
Okay.
Nah.
Makes more sense.
It doesn't.
I believe that
I think
the Earth is not
I think
flat.
that we're gonna have to hope that Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk listens to this podcast so they could invite Alexis to outer space. So she
Invite
could
her
take
to outer space.
so she could take a look at
no,
this.
and then she's gonna be like, "No, this is a whole simulation. Get me out of here.
She opens the
Bro,
door.
like, this is fake.
This is
I
fake.
know this is your technology.
We're in a
This isn't
garage."
real.
No. It's I believe that. I mean, there's a lot of pictures. I mean,
Of the Earth being round.
of the
Yeah,
Earth
but
being
there's-
round.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of videos of I guess people spotting out like the green screen or like the way that like in like the way they edit the videos.
Oh,
the,
like outer
they-
space videos.
Yeah, like they from far away. Like it doesn't make sense that some videos like Earth looks so big, and then some videos it looks small, and then when you move, when the like astronaut whatever person moves, it like glitches. So there's been videos of people catching it, and it makes sense because like why do they have to like put a green screen? Like that makes no sense. Like what are you hiding?
Interesting.
Well,
So,
there
a lot-
is software that could make that happen. That's how they make the movies. But
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that these images have been coming around or have been around since before even they started to do all this.
Before computers were around. No, I'm just
Well,
kidding.
no, well, yeah, that
Well,
too.
like,
Well, their computers have
think
been
about
around for
it.
a while. But
Their technology when they came up with computers was probably as advanced as our technology is now. And so the technology that we have now is even more advanced 20 years in the future because they just don't want us to have access to all that because why would
Like
they
they're
want
holding
us
us
to?
back. Like they're holding
Right.
the public back and they're keeping all the powerful stuff to themselves type of thing.
Right, exactly, because it just puts it gives them more power. It gives them
An
more.
advantage.
Right, exactly. So
well, I do believe that mixing the UFOs with technology, with what the government shares and doesn't share, it does make sense because I'll give you an example. When they came up with the drones, you like they released the drones to regular people to use them
own.
for photography or for videography or whatever. And I mean, for example, when we do like pictures and stuff like that with the drones, I mean, you could fly the drone like very, very high and you could take some wide images. Imagine what the government has. If we have it, they have to have something 10 times
Way
better.
more
Right.
better
Yeah,
than that.
better than what we
Exactly.
have. So
Birds.
Birds.
birds that are mechanical birds, like that
Yeah.
one movie. What was it? Eagle Eye.
Eagle Eye. There's a movie?
Yeah, there's a movie called Eagle Eye, and that's that they're it's I think that one's with Will Smith, where I think that one's called Enemy of State.
Yeah, you confused.
Yeah, that one's
Oh,
called
no,
Enemy of
never
State.
watched it.
I've never heard of that
Yeah,
one.
and the way they track them down is by just cameras from everywhere, from the stoplights, from the cell phones, from everything. And I think that stuff like that was created by a UFO, that from somebody that was not from this earth. They started to come up with all these crazy ideas, and somebody that was kind of a smart from Earth kind of tagged along, and they did it together, and that's how they start to do all these crazy things.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people believe that the government, even though they hide a lot from us, they show us through movies. They show us through TV shows, like all that stuff. Like, how the heck is a
Like, where did it come
director
up?
like gonna just come out from out of the blue? Like, what, like
How
so
do they know
specific
that?
too.
Yeah.
Like, with all
the
these
reason.
graphics and whatever, like, how do they know, like, how,
Mhm.
it raises so many questions.
Well,
And there was also a former CIA agent that came out saying that back in the day his mission was to eliminate all the birds and replace them with drones.
wow.
I don't know how true that is, but that's what he said. That was his what is it, assignment, I guess you can say.
That's why you're saying that that's a bird in each house.
Oh, that was just
That's one time you said that.
I was just like observing our neighborhood. I take my dog out. He likes to lay in the grass, so that's when I observe our neighborhood, and I do notice like there's a bird on top of every single house.
No,
like, just one bird.
It's just their home.
It's their home.
Now
Sometimes they invite other birds.
now we're shifting the UFOs and the sightings to movies, to stuff that we see in the movies, but I also believe that there has to be some kind of a limit on what people could, or what the directors or producers could show in movies, because they can't give everything away. You know what I mean? So I think that
I think that's why they put it in like sci-fi movies or like like all those kind of fiction movies, because no one's gonna believe that it could even be real. If you put it in like a documentary, or you put it in like a regular love comedy romance movie, people are gonna raise more questions than if it was like a whole like action fake mission accomplished or whatever, Mission Impossible, whatever the heck that movie's called
Well, and then that brings us to the next question. Okay, so the Bermuda Triangle.
Bermuda Triangle.
They say that a lot of planes, ships, and a lot of different stuff that flew around that area that just disappeared, right? And they were never found. Were they sucked by the earth, or were they disappeared by UFOs or aliens?
It's a really good
There's
question.
Mysterious.
there's a whole theory on that supposedly there's like a whole government facility, I guess you can say, underwater there, and that they don't want nobody to go through there. So anybody that goes through there, there's just so much that like you can see that they pretty much you disappear, you know, because every time if you think about it, when a plane's gone missing, they like never find remains of that plane. Like it's just completely gone. Like
Well,
where did it go?
you also have to consider that they have only explored 5% of the ocean.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
It's
Because-
a very
Well, that's
big
what I
ocean.
believe. The ocean's very, very deep.
It's huge. It's
We
it's,
Okay, think about
They
it.
probably just
They barely-
explored like the top layer, but never explored the bottom layer.
the deep ocean.
it's
Oh,
too deep. We're gonna have
yeah.
to have
I don't know.
Only a few
a
spots. I've
podcast about
been.
the ocean too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's I don't know. They say that they've only explored 5%, but how are you already going to outer space? Like NASA was originally like invented or like a thing
Created.
for the ocean. Yeah, created because like to explore the ocean. So how are you go from the ocean to outer space? Like it leads me to believe that they found something in the ocean that either scared them or they didn't want to like look further into because of some reason. So they're like, whatever, forget the ocean, we're going to outer space. And that's when it switched over because something they found there.
Imagine we start to see ships coming out from the ocean, like in that movie Battleship.
Oh my god.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Or there's another one. What's the other one? The War of the Worlds, right?
Did they come from the water?
With Tom Cruise.
Yeah, with the robot.
They come from the water, or they come from the those come from the from Earth, from the ground, right?
Oh yeah, now I remember.
I mean,
It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
You never know. I mean, all these machines or aliens or things could be buried or hiding or
True, since they've been here like centuries before we were even here. Maybe they just like planted themselves like a parasite, and I don't know.
exactly. Or they could just maybe they
Come
came
down from the-
yeah, maybe they came down and they've been there for a couple of years and they're just gonna pop out one of these days, and well, hopefully they don't.
Hopefully they don't in my
anytime.
lifetime.
At least not in
Yeah,
mine.
not in my time.
Not in my lifetime. I don't want to live in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there is just a lot of things happening that involves the UFOs. I mean, think about it. It's just I think that we could spend hours and hours and hours trying to
Go through every little detail. Every
yeah.
little story
There's too many details, too many stories.
too many unexplained events.
Yeah, and everybody has their own point of view, and it is tough to actually come up with a conclusion.
Or to like convince or persuade somebody that
But-
there's aliens. Like there's people out there that do not believe it, and that's fine.
But
it's their opinion.
easier now, or it's more likely to believe, or like I guess more believable, that there is, because we have everybody literally in this world has like a smartphone, so there's sightings of them like all over the world that people are catching. And so like after like so many, it's like you start raising questions like, wait a minute, what, like, is it real, is it not real, is it like, so at that point it's like if more than one people or more than one person is catching it, like doesn't that raise red flags that there's something out there, like whether it's real or not, it's still gonna raise a red flag, like like how is it happening, like
Yeah.
I think it raises green flags,
Green flags. Why green?
meaning it is all real.
Meaning what?
It is all real.
It's all-
Oh.
Well, it is real. I mean, it's just like Alexis said. I mean, they could be they could be good aliens or bad aliens or
There's
aliens that
different
just
kinds of aliens. Yeah.
just wandering around. I mean,
What are
it's-
their intentions?
The universe is huge.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's very, very huge. I mean, I'm pretty sure that
We're not the only solar system in the universe. There's
No.
like thousands more.
Now that's
Well,
another
doesn't.
topic.
That's another topic.
That's another
for another
topic
day.
for another day, because if we talk about the solar system right now, we'll never finish either.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but definitely, it's just well, the good thing is that the government already said that they saw something and they let it out, and now they're
feel like they
admitting-
mainly did it too because I mean you told us that there was like over 80,000 cases in just like the U.S.
just
so
in the U.S. alone.
I'm pretty sure they're like, guys, we can't hide this anymore.
Yeah, there's still like different like there's 600 continents, and just the US, that's just a small part of North America.
Yeah, we are small compared to like Russia.
Yeah, I wish that there was people that actually had experiences or personal experiences or capture something or can talk about a personal experience on this topic, because like for
I
example,
feel like I'm the only one.
yeah, when Crystal had her experience and she called me, she called Christina. We went outside and
I got
we
very
saw
lucky.
it.
You guys saw it
The
because you guys would have thought that was crazy or wouldn't believe
The
me.
problem was that we couldn't film it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you couldn't see the lights in the
Camera,
phone in the
yeah.
camera, but like I said, they were there.
Mm-hmm.
They were there, and it's right now it's whatever we say against whatever people think.
And yeah, that's why I think that aliens is such a very hard topic to talk about too, because it's all on, can you trust what that person is saying? You know, like of all the alien abductions, like how much truth is in that?
Yeah, like there's people that really believe they've gotten abducted by aliens. Like
Mhm.
whether they had a dream, well, they believe it felt like a dream, but at the same time they're like, it felt like a dream, but I know it was real, that they got, abducted, and they tell their story. But I'm just like, I don't know, that's so hard to believe. Like, what?
It's hard to
Like,
believe, yeah, because like it's their word
like,
against.
why didn't they keep you?
Jamie T.
Why didn't
Why
he
did they
keep
give you back?
Whether to give you back.
What is their plan?
Right? Like, what did they do to you? Like, did they plan on microchipping you or something?
Right? Like,
Well,
yeah.
that's good thing that you mentioned that. There is people out there with microchips.
Microchips?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. What do you mean?
What kind of microchip?
Elaborate on that.
Well, right now,
That one is
Does that
another
mean
movie.
that they have microchips?
I
or
know there's
do-
dogs that could have microchips.
Yeah.
just imagine Eddie with a microchip when he asks permission to go somewhere.
Oh, at least we know where he
we're gonna
is.
catch him. Okay, Eddie, what were you doing over there if you asked me to go over here?
Oh my god, for real.
So like a
Imagine.
dog.
Right?
Not like a dog, but like an iPhone.
Oh my
Oh, like
They
if
actually
I
have that, find my friends or something. You could track people.
If
We're gonna be Find My Eddie.
Find my Eddie.
But yeah, that's another thing from UFOs. I just like that one. What's that other movie that we saw that they actually planted a microchip on somebody?
What?
I mean,
I don't know what you're
we've
talking
seen all
about.
these movies, and because we've seen all these movies, that's we know that they get all the stuff from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
How did he come up with the ID or the?
Well, actually, I read. I forgot what state it was, but there was an encounter of somebody said that they saw a white light in their at their farm or something, and that they saw creatures, and they were all in black. And then, when the story became popular, it says that the movies Men in Black, that's where that movie was inspired from, like that alien sighting.
Oh yeah, Men in Black.
Men in Black, yeah. Like that's how that movie was inspired. I'm just like, well, how many, like Alexis said, how many movies like are inspired by probably like true events or things that actually happened?
Yeah, because that's a lot of movies.
It's a lot of movies.
Yeah, because it's like stuff you can't capture in the moment, but you're gonna remember forever. So as
Mhm.
long as you have somebody that can capture your vision, like they're gonna make it come to life in a movie, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or what if that theory of multiple different realities is true, and different aliens from those realities come over to like to our reality, and they're like, hey, this is what happened, like this is what some aliens did to this place, make a movie about it.
Oh my god.
Maybe that's why a lot of people say that they dreamed about getting abducted, because they either entered into the aliens' reality, or the aliens shifted into their reality just because they needed them to know some kind of information. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I kind of do believe too that like movies could be inspired by true events, because that's how like myths become a thing, because back then people have seen like the chuka, what is it called, the chuka,
Bigfoot?
Bigfoot or something, yeah, sure. And like
think,
it's a myth.
Do you think Bigfoot is from out of this world?
Oh, I don't know.
No,
I don't know. I'm not, educated
don't
on the story of
know.
Bigfoot, so I have no idea.
Yeah, honestly, me neither. But like a lot of people say that he's real, and it's like the alien thing. Like it's hard to believe because you're like, what?
You
Like,
haven't seen it.
how?
Yeah.
He's just a big, angry, hairy dude, or maybe he's nice. Who knows?
But yeah, like, things like that, like people have seen them, and then stories get passed down through generations, and then stories get altered because of different generations and the way that it's told, so like I believe like all those myths, like even about aliens, like they were real at one point.
Yeah.
Well, apparently still are.
Yeah, still are.
All right, I'm gonna tell you guys a little fact that I just found here. There was some mysterious lights, sinister saucers, alien abductions between 1947 and 1969 at the height of the Cold War. More than 12,000 UFO sightings were reported to Project Blue Book, a small top-secret Air Force team. Their mission was to scientifically investigate the incidents and determine whether any posed a national security threat. So it's pretty interesting, because in 1947, of June 28 of 1947, that's when they came up with the first Man in Black.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Where'd you get that info from?
The info comes from the history.
History.com.
From the history.com.
There's your sources.
It's a good source.
Wow.
Very, very interesting, right?
Yeah. I haven't seen Men in Black in a long time, so I don't even know what to say about that. But
And Eddie, when I say Men in Black, it's not the movie, okay?
I'm thinking about the movie.
He's thinking about Will Smith and Tommy Lee.
Right, I'm thinking about Will Smith and, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not them.
Yeah, because if not, I'm telling you, I could talk about conspiracies forever.
I know.
We'll keep your number on speed dial.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to cut this call short. And thank you very much for taking the call. We will be calling you for other conspiracies.
Future topics.
And thank you for your time.
Yeah, so thank you guys for having me. I look forward to next time.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Aliens, huh?
Aliens and conspiracies and everything that you could possibly think of. I mean, we could go for hours and hours talking about the same subject, but I think we're gonna have to
years.
Maybe years. We're
years.
just gonna have to kind of separate the topics. Like,
Yeah,
for example,
to get more into detail.
if we're gonna talk about space, we just have to talk about space. If we're gonna talk about the ocean, we're gonna have to talk about the ocean and
There's
stuff like
a
that.
lot.
Because there's a lot of facts.
Hint, part 1 out of the 3.
Yeah. and you know what? And if you want to talk about the ocean, we could probably throw Titanic in there, for example.
Yeah.
Or Amelia Earhart.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
So
Her story is very interesting. That's a topic for next time.
it is. So I guess
Stay
we're gonna
tuned for next week.
stay tuned for next week. I think we're gonna end the show here.
Yeah.
We could go on and on and on, but we're gonna stop because I'm pretty sure that everybody's gonna be like, "All right, guys, stay quiet."
Yeah.
All right. Well, Eddie, your last words for today.
Stay tuned next week for the Popcorn Clash, talking about the ocean. Dun dun dun.
Maybe.
Maybe the ocean.
Maybe the ocean.
Eddie wants to talk about the ocean.
Eddie wants to talk about the ocean.
He wants to talk about turtles. That's what he wants.
Likes turtles.
Christina?
Okay, but guys, it was interesting topic. This talking about aliens, so I believe so, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna find out more about aliens in the future. Good night.
Yeah.
All right, Crystal.
Well, as you can see, this family here, we believe in aliens, but everyone's, everyone has their own opinion, but our opinion is, I guess, that we believe.
Crystal, can you share our social media?
Yes, our social media on Twitter and Instagram is at the Popcorn Clash, and everyone is welcome to YouTube. YouTube is the Popcorn Clash as well.
Ooh,
Instagram?
Plugs.
The Popcorn Clash. I said Twitter and Instagram.
Awesome.
And everyone is welcome to come follow us, comment, share tweets or anything about like your own opinion or what do you guys want us to talk about in the future videos.
Awesome.
And if there's any topics that you guys want to talk about, and if you want to be part of the show, you could also let us know, and we could also put it in the schedule and
Guest appearance.
yes, and we could always make it happen. I want to thank Eddie. I want to thank Christina. I want to thank Crystal for being part of the show, and I want to thank Alexis for taking the call. And I hope that you guys join us for next time. Bye.
Bye. That was so unison.